So I am U.S. Air Force Airman First Class Patrick Sullivan, a student at the Defense Information School. I started jiu-jitsu in about 2010, but I've probably trained for 5 or 6 years over that last decade or so. I've got a lot of competition history. I used to travel around almost monthly, bi-monthly, and compete. I've competed in Orlando, Atlanta, New Orleans, and numerous other kind of local smaller tournaments. I tore my ACL, although I didn't realize it was torn for several months later, had to have surgery to repair it. And I got choked out pretty bad one time. They couldn't see my face when I was in the choke, and it kind of just put me out before I knew it was hitting me. That's just part of the sport, part of the game. Even as far as injuries go, despite me having a couple, it's relatively safe compared to a lot of other combat sports. As long as you have good training partners and a good gym, it's a very safe environment. And I love the competition of it. I love the physicality. I love the mental aspect of it. I love just being able to compete and really test myself. Jiu-jitsu absolutely sharpens the mind. It's a very, very mental game. As you start learning it, there's all different kinds of setups and positions and attacks and counters and sweeps and reversals, just a whole breadth of stuff to learn. And the competition is knowing what you can do, what your opponent might do, and being able to apply it physically. The physicality is just a small percentage of applying the knowledge and the techniques learned. And outside of the actual competition, the sport, that absolutely helps. The self-confidence you get from just learning how to fight and compete and defend yourself, along with learning how to win and lose gracefully, especially if you're competing. No matter how good you are, you're going to get just demolished one day, and being able to kind of learn to accept that and be able to be defeated and show back up the next day and keep training, keep learning, keep improving is huge. With COVID, it's really hard to train right now, and it's like all the official military combatives and local gyms are closed. But luckily at the detachment, we have a lot of guys with wrestling, grappling background, and a lot of guys interested in the sport. So I'm able to kind of maintain my passion for it by working and teaching others, as well as just spreading the knowledge, helping everyone else kind of learn some of the art and the sport and get a workout in themselves.
I am Airman First Class Hastings. I've been rolling with Sullivan for the last couple weeks. Jiu-jitsu, very tough sport to learn. Great at building someone's confidence. Sullivan, he obviously been doing it for quite a while now, teaching me a lot of things, and I'm excited to continue learning in the future.
I just say stick with it. It's an amazing martial art. It's really easy to feel lost your first few days in because it's such a different skill set and field than most people practice with. You're gonna lose, you're gonna get your butt kicked, you're gonna feel lost for your first few weeks, even months there. But once that starts clicking, once that starts kind of hitting its stride, nothing compares to how much you can learn, how quickly you'll learn it, and how good it feels to be taking on that new skill set.